Saying grammar vocabulary is a very hard part to evaluate students because they need to know a lot of rules. There is example of the verbs in simple past or in the present perfect. If they don't study those verbs by heart, yes, they won't be able to structure many sentences. So at home they have to be practicing and doing exercises, extra practices they want to pass through this kind of tests. We as teachers try to make a lot of practice in the classroom too, but it isn't enough because it's too short time for them. But the problem that the students have is that at home maybe they don't consider too much time for the subject, and for the test that they have to take, they aren't very prepared.
Okay, according to these four macro skills that we have the listening skill. And what is a measure in listening skill?
In listening skills, you can measure, of course, the listening comprehension. And moreover, and this is important, the interpretation that some students give to the listening skills, because they can understand a few things, yeah, but maybe they can understand a lot and exactly what some people are saying. But one important thing is to measure the interpretation, because although you don't understand exactly different words, but you are understanding the situation. So you can measure that too.
Okay. And what about the voice recording in CDs, for example? They have to be masters in listening skills.
Well, it depends on the levels. If they for example, in the university, of course, you have to master the listening skills, and for that reason, you need to practice a lot, to listen to songs, to listen to videos, interviews. You need to practice that, okay, in order to develop your listening skills.
Yeah, you're saying that it depends on the level.
Yes.
Get the vocabulary.
Exactly, yes. For example, in the university, you must have a high level in your listening skills. But for example, here in the school, you cannot assess accuracy in the students.
And Darwin, you mentioned rubrics before. How did you elaborate the rubric?
Okay, we as area try to make different kinds of rubrics depending on the four skills. For some rubrics, we consider all the teachers in order to have the same rubric for a skill. But in other situations, we consider a rubric depending on what the teacher is going to elaborate. So we do this individually. In order to make the rubrics, we consider different things. For example, if we want to evaluate reading, okay, we can measure there the vocabulary that they manage, also the level of comprehension that they have, if they are able to answer to some questions at the end of the reading and things like that. For example, for listening, also they must be very good at interpreting some new words and answer to some questions after listening to a video or a sound or any kind of sounds.
And do you show that rubric to the students?
Yeah, of course. They always know what they are going to be evaluated because they need to know that.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
In conclusion, the teachers we interview, we can notice that they are well informed about what is assessed in the four skills, in the four macro skills, as they are reading, writing, listening, and speaking. They said that a rubric is very important when we are taking an exam. They said that the perfect thing would be make a rubric for each student, but they said that it is not possible because it takes too much time. So they do a rubric. They make a rubric for the whole group in order to not to waste too much time.